Back to the Washington Huddle. I'm joined by fantasy football expert Jake Ciely from RotoExperts.com. Okay, Jake, as you well know, I am loaded with Redskins on my fantasy team. What do we do looking ahead to this bye week?
Well, you need options at most every position if you're loaded, like you say, starting with quarterback, and you can stay within the division. Eli Manning, the last 2 games, over 300 yards passing, 30 fantasy points per game, 3 touchdowns in each. If you need a running back, Wendell Smallwood is really starting to pick things up for the Eagles, replacing Darren Sproles from before. You can find both of them. And wide receiver just head south a little bit. Devin Funchess for the Panthers, really starting to play well, connecting well, and Cam Newton bounced back last week, so looks like you have some potential there.
Let's look at some big stories around the NFL. 2 big injuries in the NFL this week. What happens if you have rookie running back Dalvin Cook from the Vikings? He's out for the year with a knee injury.
Yep, and we lost David Johnson in week 1. This is tough. This is another top 10 running back that went down for people. So go to his team. Latavius Murray is going to be the lead option. You look at Jerick McKinnon. If you're in a points per reception league, you can pick him up too. But Latavius Murray, likely the lead option, scored 12 touchdowns with the Raiders last year. Not quite as good as an offense, but he's going to be the guy that steps up. And then, as I mentioned, if you miss out on him, if somebody goes aggressive, you can get Wendell Smallwood, who I just mentioned from the Eagles.
The second big injury, I have Raiders quarterback Derek Carr as my lead quarterback. He's hurt. Do you bench him or do I dump him?
And cut bait. It's 2 to 6 weeks. It's a back injury. Tony Romo suffered the same thing when he was playing, and he re-injured it later on. You just don't know what he's going to be. And 2 to 6 weeks is a big timetable. There's other options. I mentioned Eli Manning. Carson Palmer is out there in a lot of leagues. There's other quarterbacks. You can play mix and match, play the matchups. You can move on. I'm sorry.
Carr with a broken back. Okay, let's go back to the Redskins. Jordan Reed, Terrell Pryor, Robert Kelly. I got all 3 of them. Yeah. And then you throw in Jamison Crowder. Talk about cutting bait. Time to cut bait with them or give them another week?
Keep giving them time. Terrell Pryor finally got the touchdown. Things are starting to come together for him. Jordan Reed is just way too talented if he's healthy. We just need him to get healthy, and that's the thing with Jamison Crowder too. Both these guys have almost 2 full weeks until their next game. Get some time to get healthy. Jamison Crowder is still the #1 option for Kirk Cousins when he's looking downfield. I think he gets back on track. Just put him on your bench. You don't have to play him yet. Just be patient. Don't drop him. Let him get healthy.
Jake Ciely from RotoExperts.com. He's the expert when it comes to fantasy football here on the Washington Huddle.